Hey Flosstube, it is Leanne, Small Town Stitches, and I'm back for my February update. Today is February 29th, it's leap year, and it's the last day of February, so I figured this would be the perfect opportunity to do this. So, yeah, there hasn't been a lot going on in our house for the past month, except I did get a new car. It's not new by any means, it's a 2010 Hyundai Santa Fe. We ended up getting it from one of my husband's plowing customers. Her husband had passed away and it was his vehicle and she was just trying to get payoff on it. So, yeah. So her husband's name was Robert, so we have nicknamed the car Bobby because it's only fitting. So we now have two vehicles. My husband actually got a part-time job offer through a friend of ours who's looking to start a business. So we're trying to see how that's gonna play off, and things are, fingers crossed, hopefully on the up and up for us. So work's going great. It's busy as heck. This week was so busy, it seemed like it dragged by at the exact same time. It's just one of those times. So our pilot program has started, so it's just been crazy. I'm glad it's the weekend and I need it. I need like a month off. That's how I feel mentally, but you know, whatever. It's like the high 20s, 30 degrees outside right now, but it's super sunny. So I have a window to the left with like a sheer shade on it. So if I turn my head a certain way, you're gonna get glare onto my glasses. So it's just kind of, it is what it is. I could take them off, but then I'll have a headache by the end of the video. And you guys are super blurry right now, so I'm just gonna leave my glasses on. So, yeah. So I have 2 finishes this month. Yes, 2 finishes. I have 2 FFOs and a whole lot of stitching and some haul. So let's do this. Before I get too far into it, this is a channel about cross stitch. If you're not into cross stitching, you may be in the wrong place, or hey, you may not be. You may find out that you like cross stitching, so yeah, who knows? Okay, let's talk. Let's do FFOs first. So one of them, I have nicknamed the pattern because I don't believe I had a name. If you want, I remember I stitched it for our niece as like a birth sampler. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture. I'm not sure what side it's going to be on. I'm going to try this. We're going to see how this works this time. I'm going to insert a picture of what it looks like now and that it's framed. I already gave it to my sister-in-law, so they loved it. They really loved it. The frame is perfect for it. I found it for $1.99 at the thrift store. Like, yes. It was perfect. I really liked the frame though. And I was kind of bummed I had to get rid of it, but it worked perfect for that piece, so I couldn't justify not giving it to them. So the other one, I stitched this quite a while ago. I want to say I finished this last year. I don't know when, but I think I finished it last year, but I FFO'd it. Yay! You're getting a glare. There we go. Maybe. Partially. So this was a thrift store frame too. I actually have 2 more like this. It's an 8x10. It was 99 cents. So yeah, but there's my piece. You're getting a glare as my setup, which is horrible, but my TV in the background of my craft room. So yeah, it's finally, I have an FFO. Here, let's do this. So at least you can see somewhat of cross stitch because my pieces are on the wall behind me. Okay, let's talk some finished objects. They're finished, but they're not fully finished. I have 2. I'll go ahead and insert a picture of where, we'll start with Graveyard Halloween, which looks like this. I made a couple changes. I omitted the bats. Because they were, I'm not a big charm person on my pieces. So I omitted the bats and I omitted this spider. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture up here of where it was since it was words today. I think I'm trying because my husband's not home and my daughter's like watching or playing her tablet or on the tablet in her room for a minute. So like I'm trying to like hurry and I'm just tripping over my words. So I'll insert a picture of where this piece was last time you guys saw it up here. And then I actually ended up putting in 1,765 stitches on this to finish it off this month. So this is the piece fully finished and I'm super stoked. It's stitched on a purple 18 count Aida from Color and Cotton. I don't know the name, as you can tell, it's not ironed. And then the floss is Midnight Teal by Victorian Motto. And I did it all monochromatic. So I'll let you guys see it. I really like it. I like it better without, I do like it without the bats. I did the spider web, which turned out so cool. It was such a pain in the butt to do, but let me see. Yeah, it looks perfect. And then there's a little spider at the top. So I didn't think it needed more spiders. I personally, I think it's cool, but I don't like the charms on my pieces, so I just don't put them in. So that's my first finish for this month. My second finish, where did I put it, is Liberty Lane by Country Cottage Needleworks. I am doing the Priscilla Blaine from Stitching the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch. I'm doing her conversion, which is on her blog that I've listed below before. And I'll insert a picture of where this piece was last time before I started it. And I actually put 1,848 stitches in this to finish it off this month. And I did these after my acrostic was done, if that tells you anything. But here is mine now. And I love it. So awesome. So I did it with her colors that she called for. Instead of the charted, because they're just a lot more bright. Let me see if I can hold it up, the difference. There. The other ones are just more muted. The only thing I did different, I'll see if I can fold it in half so I can show you, was I made some of the flowers sunflowers because I really like sunflowers. So those are the yellow ones, but I really like this piece. So I had two projects I was able to claim credit for from Stitch from Stash this year. This one ended up being an $18.70 piece. $18 was the base for the stitch count, and then I claimed a 10-cent bonus because, or 10% bonus because of the floss, the specialty floss. So that made this one $18.70, and that made Graveyard Halloween. It was I don't remember what it ended up being. I don't remember the base, but it ended up being with the 10% for the specialty floss and the 10% for the hand-dyed fabric. It ended up being $30. So that's $48.70 in finishes from this month. I'll take it. I needed it. I'm still in the black, but I had purchases and I needed it. So those are my finishes. So let's talk my acrostic. So this acrostic for February was Leap Year 20. That was our acrostic. And I ended up so far, I mean, we still have tonight. I haven't stitched that all today yet, but we still have tonight. I've put 18,685 stitches in so far in February. I finished my acrostic pieces, and then I finished two things also. So I have realized from talking to Susanna, Rebuilding Rosie, I am not a slow stitcher. I used to think I was, but I can knock out some progress I'm not a slow stitcher. Even when I stitch full coverage, I only stitch my full coverage pieces at home. I have a 5-year-old. so I don't always get a ton of undie. I can still put in 400 stitches in a full coverage in a day, at least. It just depends. I'm not a slow stitcher. So, and I took 2 days off this month. I didn't stitch the 8th and I didn't stitch the 13th. So, not too bad. So, what I do to track my progress is I make a calendar. Now, this is going to look a little funky and I'll explain. So, at the beginning, I was highlighting my piece so I could do it, but it was still really hard for me to see off like quick glance how many my stitch count on each piece. So I bought different colored fine tip markers. There was 20 of them, so I can track them easier, and that's what I started doing down here. Each piece is in a different color, so I really like that. So I'm going to carry that over into March. Then I take the acrostic that Jen Lee did and take hers and make my own so that it looked like this. So I make my acrostic just like hers at the top with my piece that I picked, and then how I'm going to track it, which if you've been watching mine, I always pick the 1200 stitch count 9 times out of 10 to track my options. And then on the bottom, I list each piece individually, and then I list my stitch count as well. And then as you can see, I just said finished over here. So yeah, let's dive in and let's talk about some stuff. All right, let's get pieces out of the way. So I ended up having to change my binder into a bigger binder, and it's like this thick now. It's not 100% full, but it's not easy for me to take back and forth to work. So what I ended up doing, I have like a desk calendar at work, and I had to rip February off the other day. So I have made, on the back of it, looks like this. I just made blocks with and put the days, the amount of days, and I'll write what progress, if I work anything outside of my home, I'll write that, how many stitches, so that when I can just transfer them into my master when I get home. And then I listed my current pieces down here, and then I can do the monthly stitch count or whatever if I'm not home. So this I can carry with me a lot easier than my other one. All right, let's talk some stitching. All right, so leap year 20. L is for Halloween Quaker by Lila Studios. I'll go ahead and insert a picture of where this piece was last time you guys saw it. And this piece ended up getting 1,234 stitches so far. I'll just say, I shouldn't say so far this month. That's what it ended up getting, because it's not coming back out till March. This is where it is now. So got some progress done on it, and I'm really enjoying this piece. I really think the colors pop on this, and it is haunted, 16 count haunted by Picture This Plus. I got it from 123 Stitch. They didn't have an 18 count, so I went with the 16, which is a little different for me. The holes are a little bit bigger, but I really like it. So, yay! That's where that one is right now. I am gonna slowly put things away. Again, if you know me, as I put things away, because otherwise I have a giant mess at the end, and that drives me crazy. All right, next is going to be, oh no, as I take everything apart, the Lord's Prayer by Design Works. Looks like this. It came in a kit. I'm not doing the called for threads for the fabric. This is going to be a piece for my parents. I'll pop in a picture of where this was last time you guys saw it. And here is where this piece is now. So the whole top border's done. I could have moved it over. I'll have more extra, but it'll just be plain chicken over here. But this is as wide as the top border is. And I really like my conversion so far with the purple and the grays compared to the colors that came forward were just absolutely horrible. The purple is Bellflower by Color and Cotton. And the gray is, there's two different ones. Give me a second. Ghoulish Gray and Haunted Lagoon by Victorian Motto. And I don't remember, the fabric is also by Color and Cotton, but I don't remember what it was called. And I did 1,281 stitches on the Lord's Prayer this month. Next, I love this piece. Next is Halloween Night by Tilton Crafts. As I knock everything out of my binder, looks like this. I will have a page finished in this next month again, which means I finished my first page December 2019. I'll finish my second page in March of 2020. 3 months apart. This is where this piece was last time. This piece got a ton of progress because after I finished my other 2 pieces, I just started pulling out other whips again and started working on them. I only got 2 of my regular whips pulled back out. That's a lie. I got another one out right now. But anyways, I ended up putting in extra stitches. So Halloween Night ended up getting 1,836 stitches. So as again, this is where it was last time. We grab all the fabric, it's wadded up behind it. This is where it is now. Love this piece. You can totally see the trees pop, and it's amazing how much different it is looking at it through like the screen or a picture. That makes you can see the detail as opposed to just looking at your stitching itself. So I switched it from a Q-snap. I got rid of my 11 by 11 Q-snaps because I have 100% realized I'm not a Q-snap person, and I went back to my 10-inch hoops, and I love it. It's so much easier and it doesn't hurt my hands. So all I have left to do is 2 more rows down here, which that will be finished in March, and then page 2 is done, and then it's on to either 3 over here or down here, however I end up doing it. So I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. And I have a huge stitchy bug for full coverage projects. So, sorry, my daughter came in. Okay, next piece is Frozen by Donut Stitch. I have shown this multiple times, but it looks like this. This will be for my daughter, and she wants it done as of like yesterday. So I'm gonna set that one out because that's the one I'm working on right now. So far, this month, it has had 1,312 stitches. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture of where this was last time before I started it this month. And this is where it is now. Lots of progress. After I finished the extra and finished another row of my Halloween Night, my full coverage, I busted this out because after doing a lot of confetti and switches, I just wanted some solid blocks of color. And then I passed out and I didn't do it because all I did last time was that tiny video. So I'll work on it tonight. This will be my last piece for February. That's what I'll work on tonight. So leave that one out because that one's going downstairs. All right. Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. I love this piece. If you're doing the, what is it, Long Dog Leap Your Sal on Instagram, Erin from 2 Martini Stitches is doing it. I'm not starting another one. There was a ton. I went to my LNS today. There was a ton of Long Dog samplers that I wanted, and they didn't have any. I could have ordered them, but I did something else instead. Anyways, this is what Crossword looks like. Now, there's a lot of Long Dog samplers that are huge, and I mean huge. You can feel it just when you pick up the stuff. This one, for anyone that's interested in starting a Long Dog, is 6 pages long. So, after talking to the Long Dog Stitcher, I have found out that this is one of their smaller ones. Of course, I figured it had to be. Otherwise, I was like, what's the hype? Like, why are people so hesitant to try them? It's 6 pages. So, I'm on my 3rd right now. So here's a picture of where this was last time you guys saw it. This is where it is I love this. It's Stitched in Otter Creek by Channel Arts. If you look closely, you can see a little bit of variegation in the green. I'm really liking this piece a lot. This is as far wide as it is. So, yep. Super excited. A lot of my pieces will end up hanging in my craft room when I'm done with them. This will be hung in probably in the family room or in the normal areas like Halloween Quaker. It'll be a craft room piece. Lord's Prayer is going to my parents. Halloween night, I don't care. By the time I finish it, I'm gonna be so excited. It's gonna be displayed all year round in my craft room. If we want to switch it out and put it downstairs at Halloween time, that's cool. It's gonna be my craft room the rest of the year. And then of course, Frozen is going in my daughter's room. So, but yeah. So I ended up doing 1,234 stitches on crossword this month. Every time I see crossword now, I think of Andrea. Because I thought that was Crozzaro. It's a D, not a O. I think of Andrea every time I hear it. So, had to make sure the floss was with Tilt and Crisp. Next, it's my ink circles piece. Looks like this. This was a new start last month. And Andrea totally told me in my last video what the English saying for this piece is. Let me see if I actually wrote it down. Circus of tiles. That's what it means in English. That's totally what I'm gonna say from now on because I don't know this. I'm guessing it's French. I don't know French. This is also 6 pages, y'all. I love the variegation. I didn't choose to do it like that though. I am stitching mine in DMC 550. I'll pop in a picture of where this piece was when you guys last saw it. This was one of my pieces that after everything was finished, I busted back out. And this just total 2,282 stitches this month. So this is where this is now. Yep. This right here is the end of page 2. So I just have to do up here, this section right here, and start page 3. And I have extra of this fabric left over. So Michelle Bendy helped me pick the color for this. And I wanted to do like something monochromatic because this fabric is so busy. And she suggested DMC 550 and I went on her suggestion and it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. She did an amazing job helping me. So I love that. Love, love, love. I was talking to Susanna after I finished these 2 pieces that I finished, Graveyard Halloween and Liberty Lane. And I won't have any finishes for a little while. So if you've been with me for a little while, you've noticed that my taste has changed. I don't really do a lot of little patterns anymore. I tend to stitch bigger things, which means not a lot of finishes. So you just have to celebrate your page finishes instead. All right, so now we had a new start. This was started with Susanna, Rebuilding Rosie. We decided to stitch this together. I think I bought this one first and then she followed suit. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. Looks like this. So it's a Christmas Quaker by Bygone Stitches. I took a lot of time on this and changed quite a bit. So you can't really see, so I'll do it from here. So all the letters in here, the random letters that take place throughout the pattern, it's gonna spell our last name throughout them, and that's the only ones that are gonna be in red. The numbers, that's not a number. The numbers, I have incorporated, so it'll have our daughters, my husband's, my birth month, and then in here you chart your own initials. So it'll have my husband's first initial and mine. excuse me, and then instead of 2007, I'm stitching 2016, which is the year we got married. We've been together for 11 years, but we got married in 2016. And then, so on top of with the numbers for our birth months, it'll also have the month we were married and the day, and then the 2016. I have to, in order to stitch an alphabet, I have to do something meaningful to me. I can't just, I'm not an stitch an alphabet person. I think it's great for people who are. It's personally not me. I picked out my own colors, which is, the gold is Golden Ale by Color and Cotton. The red is Scarlet Orange by Victorian Motto. And the brown, I'm gonna do the one that's not opened, is a unnamed, because it's from Dying for Cross Stitch, and it looks like this. So those are my colors for this sampler. If you've been watching me again for any short bit of time, you know I usually pick my own fabric and I pick my own floss. And I usually just go by what I have instead of buying stuff. So this piece got 1,348 stitches in it. And here's where it's at. I love this. I love this, I love this, I love this. So this is stitched on a piece of 18 count Heartland Ada from Picture This Plus. I actually did buy this for this piece, which you don't ever hear me say. But I think I picked it because of how light it was, and I thought the brown would really pop on it, and it does. So there's a little bit of that brown that you can see. And there's the 9 for September, my husband's birth month. I'm loving this. I can't wait to get this one back out. All right, next. Next we have another full coverage. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a picture of it up here because I have a black and white and it just doesn't do it justice. So it is Hometown Heroes Firefighter by Hade. And the artwork is by Donna Gelsinger. And I started this years ago, if you may remember, and scrapped it. I made so many mistakes in it, it wasn't even funny, so I scrapped it and I restarted it. So this month it had 1,243 stitches. I've got 2 full coverages going right now. So I don't remember if you guys saw a picture. If I showed it in my last video, I inserted a picture, but I don't think I did. But I got, like I said, 1,243 stitches in, and this is where it is now. So this is actually the same fabric I had bought originally. If you remember, it was gridded, and I don't really like gridded fabric, so I coffee dyed it. And of course all the lines came off because it was boiling hot water. So it's the original fabric. I didn't have to buy any fabric for it. I actually had most of the floss still too. I didn't have to buy that many. So yeah, there it is. You can see the hat. That's going to be the stethoscope and the turnout gear. I'm super excited. This is the mini. I'm doing a mini, and I'm trying to surprise my husband. So on it, they have numbers charted on it. I'm gonna somehow try, we'll see. I'm gonna try to put number 79 on the tags that are, I think they're on his coat. I'm gonna try and put the number 79, which was my husband's firefighter number. And then I'm gonna try to incorporate number 13 in there, which is how many years he spent in the fire service before retiring. So we'll see how I can do that. I think that'd be really cool. But he watches my videos sometimes, and that may have just gotten ruined, so we'll find out. If you found out, honey, just pretend you're surprised. You'll probably forget by the time it's finished in a couple years anyways. So, all right. Next we have the Linen and Threads 2017 Mystery Sampler. This is stitched with, there's so much stuff in here. Galactic Floss by Color and Cotton. It's all monochromatic. It's just stitched on a piece of Country Mocha Ada. I'm going to go ahead and insert a picture of where this piece was last time you guys saw it. And this piece got 1,751 stitches. I was determined to get the January block done, because if I didn't get the January block done this month, I was going to lose my mind and probably scrap the piece, because it was just, I'll show you. Here it is. Da-da-da. It looks really, so that's as wide as it's going to be. It looks really nice, but you guys, this top band was so large. I was losing my freaking mind. I was determined to finish it. So I finished it and then got a tiny, tiny start on the February block. So this one will probably always lag behind on the month because of the fact that, I don't know, this January block just took so much time. So much time. I really like the way it looks though, but so much time. All right, so the last on the acrostic was I should have watched my last video because I don't remember if I told you guys or not, but I started the Linen Threads 2020 sampler too. Mine's not as cool as some people's because I don't have a variegated thread, but I still think mine looks cool. I don't know, maybe not. Anyways, my goal is to stay up on this one and finish the monthly blocks as they're released. And I have done that so far. I can finish January and January, February and February. The only thing I'm doing different is I am not doing any of the alphabet because I want to see how it's going to play out, because so far we've had alphabet in both blocks. Like I said, I'm not just throwing random letters in there, so I kind of have to see how that's going to play out. And the alphabet, if I add it, will probably be in towards the end of, probably like November, December, when the end blocks are released. So I ended up stitching on this one 1,556 stitches. If I have a piece, or if I showed you guys last time, I'll insert a picture, but I don't remember if I did. And here it is now. I really like mine. It is monochromatic. It's just on an 18 count rust colored from To Dye For Fabrics. And my floss is, I'm just using DMC and it's 3823, which is a really pale yellow. And I really like it. So yeah, that's all my stitchy progress. All 18,685 stitches of them that I've done this month. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really did. I've done a ton of work. Let's talk some haul. You want to talk haul? I got a couple things. Let's talk floss. I'm not going to do them in order, but I have January's floss, which came after the video from my club through Trish at Threads Entwined. I do the monthly alphabeticals. So this was January's. They're super, super pretty. I'm in love with this color. What color is this? Caribbean. There's just something about color and cotton thread. I'm not going to go ahead and go in my order, but for this one, we're in the C's. So that was January's January stuff. And I got February's in this week too. And we are still in the C's, I believe. We are. These ones are a little bit more muted compared to, besides this orange. Compared to last time's, but color and cotton is just amazing. I love color and cotton floss. And then I had my last nest egg in January from Trisha from the 3 Threads nest egg. And I was getting the 10-yard skeins of Gentle Arts. I'll explain that in a second. So we were in ours. Like I said, this was January's, but I'll just show you what we got. I love this color right here, Black Crow. It's a super dark blue. It reminds me of DMC 823. And I can absolutely picture that in my head right now because I'm using it a ton on my Halloween night full coverage. And then here's the last 5. So I get to put all those away now. All right. Oh wait, I put something away without showing you guys. Hold please. Show you my February fabric of the month. Sorry. Okay, so my fabric of the month comes from Dying for Cross Stitch, 100% Jen Upton's fault. And I'm not taking it out of the bag, but this is what it looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? I get a fat quarter. So that's that. Now I can put it away. But I bought 2 extra pieces of fabric from her. She doesn't name them. And this, of course, went to my Stitch from Stash Budget, but this is one of them. It's like a seafoam green with some gray in it. I thought it was super pretty. And she's on Facebook, but there's the card. Find her on Facebook, Dying for Cross Stitch. And then she posted this, and I don't do a lot of opalescent fabric, but she posted this and no one claimed it. And I was like, all right, well, if no one claims it in like a week, I'll get it or whatever. No one claimed it. So I got it. No, I'm not sorry. Here it is. What the wrong side. Sorry, y'all. So it's just a beautiful gray, but it's super opalescent. So, yeah, I really like that. Surprised my daughter's not in here again asking if I'm almost done. All right. I bought another project bag from Jen at Delicious Threads. I'm actually going to try making my own soon. We'll see how it goes. But I had to. It was gorgeous. And this is what it looks like. I think this is her medium-sized bag. So Jen does amazing work with her bags. So I got another one. I have to put all this away afterwards, and I don't want to. Someone want to come put all this away for me? All right, so before we get into stitchy kindness, this stuff does not count against my Stitch from Stash Budget. I got a $50 gift card from my husband for Valentine's Day. So we went to Stitches and Things today. I met up with Susanna, and I had a list I was going through, but I was also looking to buy some DMC floss to finish kitting up a project. I had to buy some more 3823 for my 2020 mystery sampler. And then I was like walking around and I couldn't find anything, and I was getting frustrated, and I was like, I just bought a pattern last night. Let's kit that up. It'll still be on time. It'll be perfect because this goes to the 3rd. So if you're watching this, Hate is having a sale. Heaven and Earth Designs is having a sale. Everything is 54% off. So I was looking at this picture of, it's called Lakeside by Donna Gelsinger. I think I'm just obsessed with her stuff. It just got really dark in here because the sun just went behind the clouds, but I totally bought it. It cost me a whopping $9 and some change. So I just started picking out floss to go with it. And so I spent a whopping $8.30. I used my husband's gift card. And then I have another one because I won a gift card from Susanna's channel. And I ordered the fabric that I needed for it. So I will only be out of pocket half the floss that I'm gonna need for this piece. And we're planning on starting it. She has a different full coverage for her birthday in May. So I will have 3 full coverage pieces going. But she has never started one, and I was like, sure, I'll start one with you. I bought 110 EMC flosses. Look at this. Oh, I dropped some. So I'm gonna finish kitting up Glendon Place's Castle La Crepe. I just needed the DMC for it. I needed some DMC, like I said, for a mystery sampler piece, and the rest is to start for Lakeside. That's what I bought today. I'm just gonna throw stuff around. I bought some frames from the thrift store. Some of them are gonna have to be fixed, but I bought this one. I just liked the frame. That was 99 cents. These glasses have to be cleaned. I bought 2 more of the one that I finished that in. They were all together. And then I bought this one. I just like the frame. It's a distressed green. Reminds me of something really country. So yeah, bought some frames to finish some stuff. And then I was gifted something. So not only did I win a gift card, Susanna randomly sent me, I gave her my 11 by 11 Q-snaps with my grime guards. Because like I said, I had 2, it was a Marauders map, and I don't remember the other one. It was red. But anyways, she decided to buy me some 10-inch Q-snap, or some 10-inch hoop covers as a thank you. So I have this one, which you can see it's all floral. This one, which is funny because I bought this fabric to try and make a bag with, to test it. And then my absolute favorite, this one, because it's just me. So I've thanked her a million times, but thank you, Susanna. And she bought them on Etsy through Crab Shack Stitchery is who they're by. So yeah, that's it. No, March. Let's talk March acrostic. So the March acrostic is going to be, there's 11, it's measure time. So I have 10 pieces now in my, started up, my whips. So we're starting one. And it's gonna be my birthday sale. So if you wanna start this with us, if you have this piece, start it with us, please. If you don't, start something that you've been wanting to start for some time. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, just anything you've been wanting that's kitted up, ready to go, you already have, that you've been wanting to start, okay? And we'll do it the Leanne's birthday sale 2020 on Instagram. I don't know if it's taken, but we'll just use it. So we are going to be starting Glendon Place's Monster merch, and mine is going to be this version. So it only takes 3 DMC colors, which is DMC 310, DMC 155, and DMC 333. Those are the colors for the piece. And I'm doing mine on, it's called Gray Tan 2 by To Die For Fabrics. So if you're interested in starting, start anything that you have been wanting to start that's already kitted up, ready to go in your stash. Start it with us. My birthday is on March 16th. That's when we will be starting it. And just Leanne's birthday sale 2020 on Instagram, so I can see. Anyways, that's all for me. I'm gonna go put this stuff away and get my monkey a popsicle, because that's what she wants.
Peekaboo.
Okay. We'll see you guys next month. Bye.